Welcome to this live presentation of Post-22 Baseball on 106.7 FM and 1150 AM Fox Sports Rapid City and streaming online at foxsportsrapidcity.com. This is your home for the best coverage of local sports in the Black Hills. And now we take you to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast booth.
And live from the site of the College World Series, we are in Omaha for Post-22 Baseball. Back on the air here on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV. Yes, look at that. The world is still spinning on the correct axis as well. But we are happy to bring you this in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast Booth, Sales Service, and Side-by-Sides. I'm Dylan Corbett. We've got Mitchell Black back in the studios. Happy to have him as our producer and engineer. Ricky Larson, of course, to my left, operator of HardhatsTV. And this is the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show. You can find them on East Philadelphia for the best auto body work and customer service in the Black Hills. It's J&J Truck and Auto Body. So the Hardhats coming in with a 21-9 record. Renner, a team we're familiar with. We beat them in a doubleheader sweep at the beginning of June. They carry in a record of 15-10. And let's get you caught up here. Hardhats went 3-0 in pool play at the Sioux Falls tournament. A come-from-behind 5-3 win over Brookings, and then a 2-1 walk-off win over Kindred. They beat the Columbus team from Nebraska 6-2. Went on to crush Lee Summit West 15-6 in the first round of bracket play. Some notes from that game. Matthew Haggerty had a grand slam and was also about inches away from another one which caromed off the top of the wall. It worked for a 3-run double, 7 RBI for Matt Haggerty in that game. However, next morning, it was a tough loss to Norfolk, 7-1 to get eliminated in the semifinals, which brings us to this 21-9 record. For Renner, they're coming off a doubleheader split with Watertown on Monday, 6-3 Game 1 win for them, and then 10-9 Game 2 loss, and we are just about set for first pitch here about 6 minutes early, and it's going to come in for a strike to leadoff batter Mason Messenger. So that brings us to our starting lineups here, built by Connect Home Center and Ace Hardware. Connect Home Center, Hometown Lumberyard since 1928, and Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. It'll be a 1-1 count to Mason Messenger leading off, playing up the middle at shortstop. His double play partner Ryan Bachman bats second. Pitch home. This is lined into the gap in right center. Center fielder took a bad angle to that one, but he's still going to be able to snare it off and keep Messenger to just a single. But the first hard hit of the game is presented by Splash City, the #1 spa and hot tub retailer in the Black Hills. Splash City on 1024 Omaha Street, where no dream is too small or too ambitious for your backyard. The leadoff single, courtesy of Mason Messenger. Let's finish out this lineup. Matthew Haggerty bats third. He'll play third. Alex Weaver cleaning up once again. He's been moved up in the lineup and has resided there for the last couple of games. First pitch into Bachman. It's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Branson Keel patrols center, batting fifth. Jace Caldwell will be at the bag at first, batting sixth. Blake Weaver will DH. Ryan Schmidt behind the dish. Drew Messer will reside out in right field, the lineup for Coach Torvey. Pitch home to Bachman is going to be way outside 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1 to Bachman with Messenger at the bag at first after a leadoff single. The pitch is going to be on the outside corner for a strike. Let's tell you about the right-hander on the mound for Renner, as we'll get to their defensive alignments here in just a moment. Will Waschenberger trying to work around a leadoff single. Decent lead at the bag at first. Pitch home, goes curveball and gets him to roll over one. Third baseman gloves it backhanded. Going to be a tough throw, and it's a hair late infield hit for Ryan Bachman. First two aboard via the single. Something brewing early on here for the Hardhats. Nothing short of what happened last time over at the Fitz. They beat Renner in a doubleheader sweep. That was back on June 1st, and it was a noteworthy day. They beat them 10-0 in Game 1, 10-3 in Game 2. And that started a run of this past 17 games in which the Hardhats have gone 14-3. So they started at 7-6, won these two games against Renner, and so far they've gotten into a nice string of victories here as Matthew Haggerty will stand in. It'll be 0-1 to Haggerty. Again, Haggerty 2 games ago to 7 RBI day, and then the offense kind of sputtered out against Norfolk, a strike at the knees. It'll be 0-2 to Haggerty. Beautiful day in Omaha. We had some downtime as we'll get some downtime here quickly as Washingberger is going to get a visit from his catcher. Mound visit presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. And it's a quick visit. So Renner, a team we're familiar with, playing them in a different state, but a beautiful day, and we'll see how this will kick off the 4 games scheduled over the next 4 days for the Hardhats. We'll get you that schedule here in a moment as the pitch from Washingberger is ricocheted out to right. It's a base hit. 3 straight singles. I think they're going to hold up Messenger. They are. Base is full. Nobody out. Here's Alex Weaver. 3 singles. This one could be over quickly. It's Andy Moan at third. Mason Runia up the middle at short. Vanderloo at second. Stukel at the bag at first. Zach Evers will be behind the plate. Hoekstra out in left. Stukel in center. And then Arbogast out in right for Renner defensively. 3 hits so far. Here's the 4th batter of the inning. It's a curveball into Alex Weaver, and it's watched for a ball. Just coming up on 5 o'clock here locally. Pitch. Swings over the top of one. It's going to be 1-1. Went back to the fastball, did Washingberger. Renner 15-10 coming in. A lot of talent here in Omaha for not only the College World Series, but of course the Legion Tournament here as well. Alex Weaver is lined into the leaping glove of the second baseman, Vanderloo. Alex Weaver has the bases full with nobody out, and he lines out to the second baseman. And Weaver, he does have a lot of timely hits. Of course, he had a big hit from the come-from-behind walk-off victory against Kindred. But overall, the slugging percentage just hasn't quite been there for a move up to the cleanup spot. But, of course, it is just a small sample size. Here's Branson Keel. Takes a called strike, and, boy, the Hardhats do not want to leave 3 runners on in the top of the first with nobody out. Branson Keel trying to drive home at least 1. It'll be Jace Caldwell on deck. 0-1 curveball is skied out to right. I assume Messenger's going to tag. We may have a play. Catch is made out and right. Runners from second and third both tag, and the throw is cut off, and then it gets off the glove of the cutoff man, and taking second is Hegre. Hardhats on the board, 1-0 on a sac fly from Branson Keel. And good base running for the Hardhats to move both runners up. Means there could still be something brewing this inning for Jace Caldwell. Now 2 outs and a runner on second and third. First pitch ball to Caldwell. Washingberger pumps across a strike. It'll be 1-1. We play Fort Collins tomorrow morning, 9:30 Mountain Time is the rough schedule. I believe will be the second game here at Creighton Prep. Pitch in the dirt, 2-1. So, of course, whenever that first one overs, it was a wild one beforehand in which Gillette came all the way from behind in just a wild play on an infield grounder that ended up scoring 3 runs on a throwing error. And they walked him off 4-3 after being shut out heading into the 7th. Cue shot to the right side. This should do it. Caldwell a ground out unassisted to the bag at first, and that'll end the inning. Hardhats loaded them up with nobody out. They come across with 1 run, but they still lead it as we see Jake Goebel on the mound sporting a new fresh haircut. We'll see if he can silence the bats of Renner coming up on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. Hardhats grab a run in the top of the first as they lead the Renner Royals here in Omaha. Game 1 of their scheduled set here at Creighton Prep. And Jake Goebel now onto the hill. He'll face the top 3 in the Royal lineup. 1-0 Hardhats. They did it on 3 hits. And the first pitch coming into Sam Stukel is low and away for a ball. Sam Stukel, the Stukel Bros, leading things off first and second. CJ batting second. Nick Hoekstra out and left will bat third. Pitch is outside, a little cut fastball, 2-0. Will Waschenberger will clean up. Andy Moen at the bag at third, batting fifth. Reese Arbogast out in right field. Dalton Vanderloo at second. Zach Evers behind the plate. Mason Runya will round out the order. Close pitch, no dice on the call. It's 3-0 to Goebel. Rather, from Goebel to Sam Stukel. So Fort Collins tomorrow morning, Gillette Friday night. That'll be 5 Mountain Time. A 3-0 will walk back Stukel as he was headed to the bag at first. It was called strike 1. And then we round out with Hopkins from Minnesota Saturday morning. That'll be 1 of 2. As the 3-1's a bouncer, 1 hopper to Caldwell at the bag at first. 3 unassisted for out number 1. It'll bring in C.J. Stukel with his team down 1-0. So it'll be Hopkins. And then the team from Arkansas, Bryant, will round out our games here on this Saturday. Of course, the ones on the schedule. First pitch for the second batter, and it's misplayed out at short. Still a chance to get him. No, it's going to be an E6, a rare one from Messenger as he took a hot skip off the turf, and it'll be the first error of the game, first base runner for Renner.
Number 16, Nick Hoekstra.
Now here's Nick Hoekstra, the left fielder, a runner aboard on the E6. Of course, we hope to take in a College World Series game Thursday night. I believe it's going to be Louisville against a team to be named later. This is smoked out to deep left, hooking, foul. Boy, Hoekstra was halfway down the line admiring that. / checking to see if that was fair or foul, and unfortunately he'll have to pick the bat up off the turf. Again, Goebel's a hard thrower on the mound, a tall right-hander. We'll get you his stat line in a second. But if you get a hold of one, watch out. Powerful batter, powerful pitcher as well. Hoekstra watches one bounce in the dirt. It'll be a 1-1. Goebel out of the stretch, runner on first. 1-1. Skied. High out to right field. Drew Messer towards the line. Camping underneath. Makes out number 2. Well, here's Will Waschenberger trying to help himself out. He surrendered a run in the top of the first. Now he's looking to grab one back, but he'll have to do it with 2 outs and a runner on first. Jake Goebel pitched really well in Sioux Falls this past weekend. In front of potential recruits as well at Augie. Throw over to first. No, Goebel's had his name floated around some college programs of late. Carries in a 5.25 ERA, but of course that is working his way down from a little bit of a slow start. Draws a swing and a miss. Pulled the string on Waschenberger, 0-1. He went 5 1/3, gave up only 1 earned run in that come-from-behind win against Brookings. Swing and a miss, 0-2, got him to chase an outer half fastball. Goebel looking for the scoreless frame. The walks have been the issue. He's got 21 punch-outs, but he's also walked 21 batters. Ground ball sneaks through the right side, a 2-out hit past the diving Bachman at second. And it'll extend the inning for Andy Moen. First hit of the game for Renner.
Number 9, Andy Moen.
And quickly a mound visit between Goebel and Schmidt as they'll want to talk with runners on first and second and 2 outs. The mound visit presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Not the deepest ballpark here, but they do have an extended fence, the tall fence that goes around from the pole to pole. See if the Hardhats can get one up and out of here. Of course, Ryan Bachman's been doing a lot of that this season. Goebel's going to take a step off the rubber. Beautiful day in Omaha, not too humid. Got some sparse cloud coverage. Breeze just slightly out to center. Pitch is going to dip beneath the zone to Andy Moan, 1-0. Fastball right down the pipe. Goebel comes set, the 1-1. Goes inside, and runner's going to take off. It's fouled. Throw to third is a little offline, but a great tag by Hegre. Boy, the umpire kept that on its foot from going all the way to the backstop. Ryan Schmidt guns down the runner, trying to take second, takes third from second as C.J. Stukel is gunned down to end the inning. 1-0 Hardhats after one here from Omaha. We head into the second next on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
What if a bank wasn't built around money? What if it was built around you, around people who choose us as the ones to secure not only their wealth, but their dignity, their todays and tomorrows, doing great things, energizing entire communities? That is more valuable than money. And it's what we've built this bank to hold. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
Streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
And Dylan Corbett back here with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. 1-0 Hardhats. We're into the second inning. Hardhats are the road team for this matchup against Renner, and the final three in their order: Blake Weaver, Ryan Schmidt, and Drew Messer. Popped up. Will it stay in play? It shall on the turf track in front of the Renner dugout. The catch is made by the first baseman, Stukel. So a quick one out for Ryan Schmidt. Some day-night games in the world of Major League Baseball. We'll get you updated on those scores throughout the broadcast. Pitch home from Washington goes back to a first pitch bender. This time watch for a ball. Some finals from earlier. The Houston Astros lost to the Cincinnati Reds. Yasiel Puig's 14th bomb. Check swing on a pitch in the zone. It'll be 1-1. And Michael Brantley, his 11th dinger for the Astros. Of course, the free agent coming over from the Indians in the offseason. 1-1. Inside, but it comes back around. That'll be watched for strike two. Caught the inside edge. Washington. Decent breaking ball. Here's his 1-2. He goes right back to it, and Schmidt was right on top of it. Unfortunately, it'll stay in the yard and serve as out number two, a fly out to the left. So it could be a quick inning for Washington. It'll be up to Drew Messer, who I love at the bottom of the order because he's got a great average, he's got some speed, and he can set things up for the top of the order. Of course, here, if he gets on with 2 outs, that could set up big things for Messenger and Bachman. 2-out bunt, though, was not what I had in mind. It'll kick foul. Roberto Osuna blew the save, if I'm not mistaken, or he might have came on in the ninth and served a loss as the Reds walked him off 3-2. Nationals beat the Phils 6-2 in an NL East battle. Pitch into Messer missing, 1-1. Scott Kingery is a guy you need to know. He is ripping the cover off the ball for the Phillies at shortstop, his 9th home run. Pitch is fouled off to the right, 1-2. And then the Yanks demolished the Rays 12-1 behind CC Sabathia's career 250th win. 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Messer pulls it to third. A one-hopper. Throw across the diamond in time, and it's a 1-2-3 second inning for Waschenberger. Moving right along, 1.5 down here in Omaha. 1-0 Hardhats as Jake Goebel takes them out once again on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Home half of the second here in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast. Booth sales service and side-by-sides. Dylan Corbett with you. Mitchell Black, our producer and engineer, back in the studios. Ricky Larson to my left. So Andy Moan was standing at the dish when his teammate was caught stealing over at third. So he'll get another shot here and watches ball one from Goebel. Goebel is scoreless first. Scattered just one hit. Bounces one in the turf. It'll be 2-0 to Moan. Moan had I believe a 2-1 count before the inning ended. Pitch from Goebel right at the belt for a strike, 2-1. It'll be Moan, Reese Arbogast, followed by Dalton Vanderloo, who made a nice leaping grab at second earlier in the first. 2-1. Missing. Leadoff batter is out in front, 3-1. (3-1) is a little chopper to the right, foul. It'll be 3-2 to Moan. 2 games going on right now as well before night games coming up as well. Brewers have come from behind and taken a 7-5 lead over the Padres. Christian Yelich just hit his major league leading 27th bomb. Pitch upstairs. He walks the leadoff man, tying run on. Hardhats in a 14-3 stretch over their last 17 games. They went 4-1 in the Sioux Falls tournament, falling in the semifinals. Tying run on, and he's got a big lead. High fastball, missing for a ball. One run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Hardhats. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Royals. Nice pitch. Took something off and laid it in there for strike 1. (1-1). Above the zone, it'll be 2-1. Dalton Vanderloo on deck. Pitch up once again. It'll be 3-1 after a leadoff walk. And trotting out to talk with his pitcher will be Ryan Schmidt. Of course, High Plains Physical Therapy Associates are our Mound Visit sponsor. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health. You can find them at highplainspt.com. Throw over to first is close, but no cigar. Another throw to first. Again, it's a big lead over at the bag for Moan, and now he's behind Arbogast 3-1. That's a count you might want to take some chances with if you got some speed over at first. We'll see if they do. Runner does not go. It won't matter as ball 4 is above the head of Arbogast. First and second, now a go-ahead run on base. And we'll stand Dalton Vanderloo. Pitch home. Outer black strike to Vanderloo. Vanderloo is a very interesting batting stance. The second baseman kind of stands like Paul Goldschmidt with the bat hunched over the back of his shoulder. That's almost exactly like Paul Goldschmidt's. He chases one there, 0-2. NBA draft tomorrow night. Who's going 1? I wonder. Not much drama there. The 0-2 is going to skip well away from Schmidt. Easy wild pitch advance for both runners, and now 2 runs in scoring position as the second becomes a little troublesome here for Goebel. That'll open up first, and he's ahead of Vanderloo 1-2. Haggerty is close to the infield grass. Rest of the infield at normal depth and not biting on a breaking pitch outside, 2-2. Sticks the bat out, loops it into the glove of Messenger, who snares that out of the air just before center field, and everybody stays put on a soft liner. So a big first out for Goebel. Will bring in Zach Evers, the catcher. Second and third, now 1 out. Pitch. Too high, 1-0. One-0 pitch from Goebel. Upstairs, 2-0. Time call at the plate. Looks like the bug's becoming a little bit of an issue for the Renner backstop. He'll dig back in and wait for his 2-0 pitch, 1 out. We'll hit that on a rope down the right field line, but it's going to kick foul. It'll be 2-1, just behind on the fastball. Breaking ball looks good and tight as he fires that for a strike, 2-2. Hardhats winning 1-0, but trying to get out of a jam here that has 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out in the home half of the second. Big 2-2. Foul tip. Did it hit the ground? The umpire, that's your job, sir. Looks like he appealed to the base umpire, and it said that did hit the ground in front. Tried to snag that as a foul tip strikeout, did Schmidt. Came up in the glove, but might have hit the turf just a second before. So it'll give Evers new life for a 2-2 pitch. And it's a base hit. 1 run will score. They are going to hold the second runner as the ball now just reaches the infield. It'll be an RBI single. We're tied at 1. Andy Moan scoring. Arbogast takes third and still only 1 out. Evers stayed alive on a pitch that was ruled a foul ball, and he plants one into right field. An RBI single. We're tied at 1. Inning not over. This is trouble off the leaping glove of Bachman. Trying to throw it into second. No. A good idea from Messer trying to get the force at second as holding up was Evers, but it's going to be an RBI single. It's now 2-1 Renner as they take the lead here in the second. Bottom of the order doing damage against Goebel. So here's Sam Stukel on the top of the Renner lineup. First pitch strike. Stukel a ground out victim back in the first. First and second, still only 1 out. Renner jumping out to a 2-1 lead in the second inning. And Goebel trying to get through this frame as the control just hasn't quite been there. Pitch up and tight. His pitch count's got to be rising here in the inning. In fact, he is up over 40 pitches through an inning and a third. Waschenberger gave up a run but completed his 2 innings at just 29 pitches. Took something off, drew a check swing. A appeal, he did not go. Really nice pitch from Goebel, nearly got him to bite. First and second, 1 out, the 2-1. Pitch smothered in the dirt by Schmidt. It'll be 3-1, a pitch away from loading them up. Three-one. That's hit into the glove of Caldwell. He's going to double off his man at first. Right place, right time for Jace Caldwell, and that will get him out of the inning. However, the damage is done. Renner jumps out to a 2-1 lead, and we head to the third inning next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.